And welcome back to the Profile Pod. I'm your host, Double A, back in this piece for another spectacular episode of the pod. We got another outstanding guest standing by, as we always do. Every week, we got a good, great guest, somebody who's doing extraordinary things in life to inspire the human spirit. And this gentleman is doing just that. Before we get to our amazing guest, don't forget to subscribe to Profile Pod on YouTube. Don't forget to leave me a rate and review on Apple Podcasts. Follow me on Instagram. Give me some feedback. Tell me how good you love, how much you love this podcast, how much you love my goat. I don't know. But I love interacting with the audience. I love the feedback. I love the input, man. So thank you everyone for all the support you've been showing. And we got merch. We got the Profile Pod merch on the social IG. And by the way, we are on the Social Nostra, a network of talented creators and podcasters available on Roku, YouTube, all the major platforms, all the audio platforms. So check out Social Nostra. There's something for everyone. Give us a follow, and you will not be disappointed. So yes, let's get to brass tacks, man. This gentleman comes out of my neck of the woods, the IE, baby.
Inland Empire.
That's right.
Stand up.
That's right, man. That's right. So it's a little bit of a homecoming for me because it's always great to interview and have somebody on this, have a guest on this platform on the Profile Pod who's from my neck of the woods originally. So it's a little bit of nostalgia for me. And this gentleman is doing some big things, man. He's a hip hop recording artist. He has his album Reflection that dropped last year. And he's here to talk about his story, man. He's here to tell us about what he's got going on, upcoming projects, and he's here to inspire us all. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my man, Pableze. How are you, brother?
What's up, Pableze? Yeah, how you guys doing tonight?
Hey, bro, I'm doing good, man. How are you, bro?
That's right. I'm just chilling right here, you know?
Absolutely, man. Hey, thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate you.
Thanks for having me. You feel me? Thank you.
Of course, Pableze, man. I like I said, man, we're both from the IE. I grew up in Rancho Cucamonga. You're from Redlands, California.
Yep.
Redlands, man. That's a cool area. That's a nice area out there, brother.
Yeah.
How's it going out there?
It's cool. You know what I'm saying? Redlands is unlike anywhere else in the world. Like, honestly, I feel, you know what I'm saying? I grew up there my whole life, you know what I mean? And I've been all over the place. You feel me? And like, the thing about Redlands is like, I don't know, it's like its own, you know, like I don't know, like I have the same friends that I've had my whole life. You know what I mean? Yep. Like my whole life, you know, yep. Like since we were kids till now I'm grown and I know their kids, you feel me? And they know mine, you know what I'm saying? And fucking it's just different because in a lot of towns, you know, you get old and once you leave high school, that's it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that's it. You just lose your friends, you know, like, or you don't lose them, but people go their own ways. And yeah, people do their own thing, you know. A lot of people have gone their own way, but most of us are still in the same spot. You know what I mean?
Definitely, brother.
Still in the same spot and it's still the same love and all that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, shout out to Redlands for that. You feel me?
Yeah, man. I have friends, man, that I've known since kindergarten, bro. And
yeah.
1982, man.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Yeah,
that's 40 years, bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
I feel you, man. And you know, I was in Rancho my whole life. We moved out there in 1981. My mom still has her house there, still lives there. I still got a lot of people there. Like you said, bro, I went my own way. You know, I came and went to college, military college, came back. But now I've been away from Rancho for the longest time I've ever been away from the IE. 7 years away, but you know, I still go back, man. My heart is the IE. You know, that's
I feel you. You know, like I said, I've been everywhere, and I don't feel the same anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? Not to say there ain't cool people other places. I met cool people other places, but it's real shit. Ain't no place like home. You feel me?
There's no place like home, man. That's the bottom line, man. But yeah, man. How long? So how long you born and raised in Redlands? I mean,
yeah,
grew up there
like my whole life. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. So right there in Redlands, you know.
Where were you born? Fontana?
I was born in Loma Linda, which
Loma
is
Linda.
Like, like 5 minutes away from Redlands. You know what I mean?
I should have said Loma Linda, bro, but I don't know why I said Fontana Kaiser, right? Fontana Kaiser.
Yeah, I was born in Loma Linda.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
right there, bro.
Hometown right there. You feel me?
Yeah. I used to go to that was my VA right there. That's where I go for the VA.
Yeah, right next to the hospital right there.
Right there, bro.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, I know. I said I love that area. I used to work right there in when I lived in Highland. I lived in Highland for a couple of years.
That's where I'm at right now, actually. You feel me?
All right there on Baseline in Church.
I'm on Baseline Palm right now.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I used to have a little condo right there. And I worked in over there off of is it Tennessee? Tom Bell Chevrolet.
Yeah. Right there on Tennessee.
Yep.
Yeah.
It,
I'm from like Texas area right there.
Okay, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And what was it like growing up right there in Redlands, man? You know,
well, on that side of town, like
take us back a little bit, brother.
Like it was the 90s, you feel me? And like Redlands is a good town, you know what I'm saying? It's a good town, but
it is
like shit pops right there. Like where we were growing up, you know what I'm saying? Like it was all like we were gangbanging the fuck out like at 12, 11 years old, you know, just running amok, doing all kinds of stuff. You know what I mean?
Is that right?
Yeah. So
damn. At that age.
Yeah.
You gangbanging and
yeah, gangbanging and all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Already, huh?
Yeah.
So talk about that progression, man. You started out 11, 12 gangbanging in the middle school, into high school, man.
Just doing dumb shit like most of the time, you know what I'm saying? Like things that I look back on now and I'm like, damn, you know what I mean? Like just a bunch of like crazy shit, you know? But like I said, I don't really like to touch on specific incidences or none of that, you know what I'm saying? Cause I mean, you know, but I will say like I'm thankful that I'm here. You know what I mean? Because there's been plenty of times where I might not be here or I might be locked up doing all day. Like a lot of people that I grew up with, like that's how they ended up. You know, some ended up, you know, passing away. Other people ended up going to jail for life. You know what I'm saying? Doing all kinds of time. Some people are drug addicts. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel that I'm lucky because in everything that I was like, you know, everything that I went through and everything that I seen, you know, and I didn't end up that bad considering, you know what I'm saying? Like where it was all like what was all going on around there. Like people don't tend to believe that Redlands is like that because Redlands is clean. You know what I'm saying? It's not like all like run the fuck down and
it really
this
is,
and that,
bro.
this and that. Like
nice and clean.
Yeah, it's because the people that live on that side of town, we like actually care about the shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you could like be about your shit and don't have your things run down. Like, who wants their kids around all that shit? You know what I'm saying? Like,
of course,
you know. So it's like we try to keep it like we have pride in our city. You know what I'm saying? Like respect for people. You know, like and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like just don't forget where you're at, though.
No,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and that's how we kept it. But yeah, it was crazy. You know, I messed up a lot. I did a lot of things I shouldn't have done. You know what I'm saying? Or do I regret any of it? Like, not really, because all that, you know, made me into who I am. You know what I'm saying? And it gave me the experiences that I have, and I'm grateful for everything that I went through because it just gave me things to talk about in my music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't directly touch on anything that actually happened, you know what I mean, or anything like that. I just tell people how it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, what I'm trying to let people know how it really is. Like, you know, like it ain't a joke out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's for reals out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
Like
man.
That's the thing about my music that I think sets me apart from a lot of people is like a lot of fools they talk about they do this and that, you know what I'm saying? Or that they're from here and from there, but you never see them in their hood or nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like if you go to Redlands and say my name, like people know who I am. You know what I'm saying? And not just like on that gaming shit. Like people know who I am as a person in general. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know the people from there. You know what I mean? Like I interact with them. You know what I'm saying? So when I talk about all that stuff, like I'm being real about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't sit here like a lot of other rappers that be talking about, oh, I got this and I got that. You know what I'm saying? And really they don't got shit because fools say, oh, fake it till you make it. Like, I don't see that. I don't see the relevance in that. You know what I'm saying?
I hear
Like
you,
the relevance to me is like they, like I said, the people in Redlands know me. Like, you know what I'm saying? They know what I'm about. Like not then, like I said, not even on the street shit, but they know me as a person. You know
bro.
what
For
I'm
sure.
saying? Like people call me by my first name there. You know what I'm saying? Like they know me. You know,
So,
they know what
so
I'm talking about. So when I
civilians know
talk
you.
when I talk about the things that I talk about, people will actually be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's how it really is. You know what I'm saying? And I try to put out shit that people could relate to. You know what I'm saying? Like if you lived it, you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
No doubt, man. No doubt. Yeah. No, you hear that term a lot. Well, maybe I don't know. I used to hear the term studio gangster a lot, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. That I mean, I feel that I mean, there's a
People try
lot
to
of foods that are like that. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is that these fools like they kind of glorify this shit. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no doubt.
And really, like, there's nothing really glorious about that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to be honest, like I love my hood, you know what I'm saying? And I love my homies to death. Those fools are my brothers. I'll do anything. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And but it's just I'll be sitting here and I'd be lying if I told you that, yeah, you know what I mean? That's the route you should go. Hell,
I
like
hear
I
you.
said, fools go to jail for life. They end up getting smoked out here. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
there's better out here. Like that's the thing. Like rap used to be about that shit back in the day. Like you listen to old music and people used to be like, oh, they're glorifying the violence. No, they're telling you that it exists. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it used to be reality music. You know what I'm saying? And now these fools, a lot of them turning into like, oh, I pop bottles and I do this and I do that. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And then they talk about murky foods and doing all this and all that, but they don't tell you the real. Like they don't tell you that, like, if you choose that path, you know what I'm saying? You play with fire long enough, one day you're gonna get burned, eh?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And
no
like,
doubt.
and it's all different when it goes down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not all like smoky weed and chilling. Like, it
So,
gets
so no sunshine and rainbows, huh?
hectic. You know what I'm saying? It gets hectic, yeah, and people lose. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And that shit is nothing to glorify. You know what I'm
No.
saying? People would then probably ask me like, well, why do you put music out like that? Because, like I said, that's the reality that exists. You feel me?
You,
And I feel that
you lived it.
if I tell fools about it, and at the same time, like I keep it real, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I keep saying it over and over, like, hey, dog, like, you know what I'm saying? Shit ain't what everybody says it is. Like, I understand I was, young once, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I know what it feels like to want to do it. I'll put it to you like this: if you're hardened in it, don't even get involved because you're gonna get tested. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Life is gonna test you when you start playing like that.
Yeah.
And if you fold on that test, everything that you just talked about and all that bullshit you told everybody, that's just gonna come back to bite you in the ass. Like you better be with it. You know what I mean? You better know that you could lose. And if you lose, you're gonna lose big. You know what I'm saying? So
That's a great point, man.
so you better be either ready to lose, like put it on perspective and be ready to lose. That's why I said if it's in your heart, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Then by all means, you feel me? But
That's
you better scrutinize that heart real good.
yeah.
Cause I seen people lose. You know what I mean?
That's Pableze, that's a great point, man. Growing up, man, I think that's one reason I never. That's probably the main reason, bro. I never got involved with that lifestyle.
Well, to me,
You know.
I respect somebody more. Like, if it was back in the day and I was on some wild shit, I would respect the person more that told me, like, you know what, bro? Like, I'm really not with it. You feel me?
Yeah,
Then
yeah,
the fool that be playing the tough, bro. And
yeah.
then when it goes down, he's like, I just want to go home. Like, you know what I mean?
Like you
Like,
said, you're gonna get tested. You're gonna get
yeah.
tested. If you fold, like you said, it's ugly. It can get ugly if you fold, man. So if you, yeah, my heart was never in that, bro.
No, it's good. Like, it's cool.
Right.
You feel like, because I like I said, I respect that. I respect the man that knows more his boundaries than a fool that just gonna
Yeah.
go off at the mouth and get himself
Exactly.
in a wreck. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah. And I wasn't. Yeah, bro. I knew better. I knew my boundary, and I grew up playing sports, and
That's right. Hell yeah.
that was my heart was in that, and
Yeah.
but yeah, I get it, man. I understand. Everybody has a different lane, a different path, and but you made some great points there, brother. And when did you kind of start getting into the musical scene, man?
Well,
How did that come about?
well, I've always been like into rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, ever since I was really young. I want to
Mm-hmm.
say I started when I was like in junior high. You know what I'm saying? I started
Uh-huh.
trying to put like little words together and this and that. Like, just try. I got the hang of it, like trying to rhyme, and I sucked. You know what I mean? At first, you know what I mean? But then by the time I got to high school, like early high school, I was pretty good. Like, but I want to say by the time I was like in 10th grade,
Uh-huh.
I was battling people and taking people's lunch monies and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and my homeboys, they would tell me, like, damn fool, you're pretty tight. You know what I mean? But I
Yeah.
was still young, and so I just did it around the hood, like, you know what I'm saying, just to fuck around, or you know what I'm saying? For the homies or whatever. And then when I got to be about 17, 18,
Uh-huh.
like, everybody kept telling me, like, I just kept seeing people like, you're tight, you're tight. When I hit my early 20s, a lot of my older homeboys were like, because the thing about my neighborhood is, like, we encourage each other to do like good. If you really love somebody, you're gonna encourage them to do good. Like, and nobody says you gotta be a stupid motherfucker to be down for your neighborhood. You know what I mean? So the homies would be like, hey, fool, like, we be encouraging people, like, go to school, do your thing. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, the thing is to make it out here. You know what I mean? So you don't gotta do no dumb shit. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like, you know, like I said, as long as we're pretty cool, as long as you know where you're at. So we be telling fools like, hey, yo, do your thing, The homies were like, hey, fool, so what? You're just gonna be out here just fucking up and not doing nothing with your music? And
Wow.
I was like, well, like, I don't know, you know what I mean? And a lot of my older homeboys were like, fool, like, for real, you're fucking good. Like, what are you doing?
Uh-huh.
So
Wow.
I just kept hearing it until it finally, like, I was like, fuck it, might as well try it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I started trying, but I really wasn't all the way serious yet. Like, I started doing things, like, I performed a lot in my 20s and did a lot of shit like that, but my heart really wasn't in it still. Like,
Okay.
it was, but it wasn't. You know what I mean? Like,
You weren't all in yet.
but like, and my homeboys hit me up and they were like, hey, fool, come on, fool, we're kicking it. Like, I would rather be with them than be in the studio.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Right. I got you. I got you.
And they continued that way until I had my daughter 6 years ago.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when
Wow.
I had my kid, that's
Yeah.
when I realized, like, damn, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Changed.
because you start seeing, like, that ain't just about you no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't just like if I ruin everything for myself and it's just me, who else does that affect? Like, it don't affect nobody really. You feel me? but
I hear you, brother.
but after that, like, I started seeing, like, damn, like, you start seeing that you really need to make, like, ends meet, because now there's someone that depends on you.
Yeah.
So
Changed the
so
game.
so like, that's a game changer and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
and you start realizing that you're always making money. It ain't gonna cut it, because yeah, you get dough, but it's like you make first off, unless you're pushing major weight, you're not really making that much money. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so it's like, is that really worth what you're gonna spend when you get busted? And who's gonna take care of your kid then? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
to
it's
me,
tough.
since I was never good in school, like there were certain subjects I was good at, you know what I mean? But I never had a thing for school. So since I was never good in school, I had a lot like and all that, like my only thing to fall back on that I can like just know for a fact when someone's like, what are you good at? This is what I'm good at. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm either it was either be good at fucking up because I did that my whole life, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or do this rap thing. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? And
Uh-huh.
that's when I threw myself into it like 100%. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
okay. Okay. So what did that look like for you, brother? When you had your daughter and then now you realize, okay, now I'm gonna do this rap thing. I'm all in, I'm gonna buy in. So what did you start to do? What was different from that point on for you?
Just like
Pableze, do me a favor, bro. Raise your camera a little bit, but so you can get your. There you go,
right
brother.
there.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah. So so what was different this time is
Mm-hmm.
like I want to say a lot of things felt different. For
Mm.
one, I wasn't in my 20s no more. You know what I mean?
Got you, bro.
So like you know that your time is like ticking. You feel
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
Because like you're not trying to be the fucking 50-year-old rapper that never went nowhere. You know what I'm saying? It's still trying to do that. Like, you know what I mean?
I got you.
So like, you know your time's ticking. You know what I'm saying? Then you got like the real pressures of life. Like you think you got pressures of life before you got a kid? Nah. You feel me? You got real pressure. You feel me?
Yeah.
Or like putting everything into perspective. Like I looked at everything a little bit more mature. Like you feel me? Like when I was young, I was like, well, it don't matter because I'm good. And
Mhm.
I can hop in this shit whenever I want and this and that. And you start realizing, like, fuck, man, I should have just worked a lot sooner, a lot slower than put myself in the overdrive right now. Cause basically right now I'm a fucking overdrive. Like,
I
you know what I'm
feel you.
saying?
Mhm.
Like I'm trying to do everything at once. I'm trying to rush through everything. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you, man.
And I keep telling like, cause there's a lot of young cats in my city that a couple young cats I know that are doing their thing. I'm gonna shout them out later on, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. They're doing their thing. And I always tell them, like, cause I see me when I was their age, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because they got all this potential and they got all this talent and they put the shit off. And I tell them, don't put it off, Holmes. Don't put it off. You know what I mean? Because talent, they don't go like
Wasted talent, right?
yeah, waste talent. You know what I mean? Like,
The worst thing.
and I keep telling them, like, and they probably think what I thought at the time, like, I already know, fool, don't worry. You know what I mean? I got this, but I'm only telling them because I've been there. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
Yep.
you know?
Now you're the
So,
older dude telling the younger dudes, right?
yeah.
You know,
But
hey,
but the
trying to
thing
stick.
is, and I need to, because sometimes I be getting upset, like, man, this fucking kid don't listen.
I hear
Like
you.
I need to remember, like, you don't, nobody listens to nobody else. Everybody wants to find out on their own. You know what I mean?
Exactly. The hard way, right? The hard way.
Yeah. So, you know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but I ain't like there's a lot of kids with talent and they're doing their thing, you feel me? So that's cool, you know.
No doubt, bro. No doubt. So did you start performing and you just so you were all in at this point, right? And you
I
started
haven't performed
performing.
since I've been back. You know what I'm saying? I've been focusing more on because before, yeah, I performed a lot, you know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
it was like it was also a different time. Like music music has changed fucking 360 from 10 years ago. You know what I mean? Right
Yeah.
now, there's no gatekeepers though. You could blow up. Before it was like you needed to know somebody, blah,
Oh.
blah, blah. Now, if you hustle hard enough and you get enough people to believe in you and they push your shit, like
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? You're
Yeah.
gonna make it. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So
Which is good. Which is good.
so like now it's like before I did a lot of live performances, but it was like just doing them. You know what I'm saying? Like just doing them. Like, oh, you want to perform here? There was no like plan. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Which that's what I'm doing right now. Everything that I did when I was in my 20s that didn't work, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, you can't do it like that. You got to do it like this. And so I'm more like organized now. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So now instead of just performing, I'm like fucking, okay, so let's put out music. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I did this mixtape. Right now, I started working on another one. I'm gonna put out a couple mixtapes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My plan is to put out mixtapes. Hopefully they catch on, and hopefully each mixtape pays for the more and more and more work. You know what I'm saying? And then that way I could finally get enough buzz through mixtapes and all this shit that I'm doing to where I could finally put out an album. You know what I mean?
Definitely, bro. Definitely, man. No, I like the your album that you put out. I think it's is it an EP? Reflections?
Yeah, it's an EP. Reflection. It's a mixtape. I can't even call it an EP because we had some copyright issues with some of the beats. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think, but even though I bought the leases for the beats, I guess because I got the beats from YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because sometimes I don't have enough time or it's not in my budget to go meet with producers, each one by one. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And this and that, like, you know what I'm saying? I just do what I'm doing and put out fucking mixtapes because for some reason when you call it a mixtape, it's no longer a copyright infringement. But you call it EP or you call it, an album, and all of a sudden, you're copyright infringing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, if you call it a mixtape, anything on the mixtape is like everybody knows that could be anybody's shit. You know what I mean? Anybody's beat. Like if you take okay, I don't know how much you listen to hip hop, but if you listen to like any artist, right? You take a mixtape and you take their album, you listen to the album and you realize that all their beats are just for them. They're original. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But if you listen to the mixtapes, you hear rappers rapping over other rappers' beats and shit. They are known songs. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, it's not no copyright infringement.
Wow. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's called a mixtape.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that, man. That's interesting.
Well, I don't know much about music, like business and all that. Like, I just know how to rap. You know what I mean? I don't know about music business and all. I just gathered it because whenever I bought rappers' mixtapes, there was a hit song on the radio, but it wasn't their song. It was somebody else's main song, but they took the beat and remixed it. So I figured, like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna do
that too. Yeah, man. And I know you mentioned you were influenced by hip hop early on in your life.
Yeah.
Who were some of those big influences for you coming up? Hip hop artists.
Definitely Tupac. You know what I'm saying? Notorious Biggie. You feel me? Yeah. Fucking Scarface. Scarface. Kid Frost. You know, a lot of people don't give Kid Frost the respect due. You feel me? He opened a lot of doors. MC Boulevard. Mellow Man Ace, you know what I'm saying? Even like Easy opened major doors for everybody right here in California, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like Dre, all them, Snoop Dogg, NWA, period. You know what I'm saying? Dog Pound. And then later on, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'd probably like the same time, like a little bit later on, like Nas and fucking Jay-Z.
Yeah.
And then like I just love anything street, like 50 Cent, even like super hip hop, some super hip hop shit, like Mos Def and Talib Kweli, all kinds of shit. You know what I'm saying?
All that, I love all that stuff, bro. De La Soul, Beastie.
Yeah. Real hip hop.
On and on, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's because to me, like, it's still about wordplay and punchlines and shit like that. You know what I mean? It's not all this repetitive nonsense, all this. I call it pill popper music, my boy, because you know what I'm saying? Like, You
Hip hop.
know,
I like that, bro.
and for real, because think about it, you know what I'm saying? And I
Yeah.
be seeing this shit on Facebook all the time. I see this meme and I can't get it out of my head because it says, I grew up on drug dealer music, you grew up on drug user music. We ain't the same. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
like you know what I mean? Like,
I get it. Yeah,
because
man. It's
before when we were growing up, it was not cool to be the one consuming all the drugs. You know what I mean? Like you were a fiend, you
yeah.
know? And it's now it's super cool to be popping pills and doing all this. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Exactly, bro. Exactly, man. It's just a different era, man. And I know, yeah, everybody, you were the dope fiend back then.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like if you went up to people back in the day and talked about consuming the amount of drugs that these fools talk about in their music, people would be like, "What the fuck's wrong with you? Like, you need help, bro." Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
they won't trust you in their pad. Like,
Exactly.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
No doubt about it, man. No
yeah,
doubt.
dog, it's a different era, you know?
Uh-huh. Right. So what would you tell, man? Like now, what would you tell if you can go back in time? What would you tell your 18-year-old self, brother?
A lot of shit that you think is the world right now, in 10 years, you're gonna look at it a little different. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like maybe it won't completely, maybe you won't like completely disregard it or be like, I don't give a fuck about it. But what you think is important right now, like it might be important, but it's just not gonna be as important as it is right now. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And
Yeah.
some shit you're gonna completely disregard. Like, what the fuck was I thinking? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know,
Yeah.
like, and there's
Absolutely.
gonna be a lot of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And so, like, it's better to. It's like my mom told me about high school. My mom used to always tell me, like, you better do good in school. And I would tell her, like, for what? This shit ain't paying me. You know what I mean?
Uh,
Like, my mom would be like, "You're stupid," and I'd be like, "Why am I stupid? Like, I don't see me getting no money off this shit and blah blah blah." So I just, you know what I'm saying? And she
yeah.
was like, "One day you're gonna see that you're gonna need this shit." I blew it off until I got kicked out of everywhere, every high school in my district. You know what I mean? And I went to adult ed, and I even dropped out of adult ed because I thought I knew everything. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Until one day I woke up and I realized, like, fuck, you can't even get a job at McDonald's without a high school diploma. You know what I'm saying?
It's
So
crazy.
then I graduated high school. I fucking did it 2 years late, but I did it 2 years
Okay.
late, and I don't know how many expulsions after, but I did that shit. You know what I mean?
There you go.
And my mom was right because she told me, "Look, Pablo, you're gonna do it now, or you're gonna not do it now, and then you're gonna wake up one day and you're gonna fucking do it anyway because you're gonna realize that you need to do it anyway." And I blew it off until that became true.
So what's next for Pableze, man, on the hip hop tip? You know, your career there, man. I know you mentioned you got some mixtapes coming up. You know
Yeah,
what?
I'm working on another mixtape. I don't know what I'm gonna name it yet because I'm like that a lot. Like I'll write songs and people are like, "Yo, what's it called?" And I'm like, "I'm fucking no, I'm not done with it." You know what I mean? Like the name of whatever is like usually the last thing. You know what I mean? So I don't know what it's gonna be called. I just came up with the reflection because during that time I was thinking a lot about a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? So, but I don't know what I'm gonna call this one, but I know I'm gonna
Okay.
put out at least one more mixtape and a couple singles just to get a buzz going. Like I want people to listen. You know what I'm saying? Like I want people to fuck with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I stress this too a lot in other interviews. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, people don't understand like how critical it is for them to interact with the artist. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
Like when we tell people, like, I know you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? When you tell people hit the subscribe button, you feel me? To them, it's like, I'll do it later. They don't even mean not to. You know what I'm saying? But to you, it's like, no, you don't understand. You gotta fucking hit the button. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
I
you know?
got you.
And so when people do what you're asking them, it makes you feel good because you're like, damn, like they're listening. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? They're listening. Because like I said in other
Good.
interviews, if you rap and people don't fuck with you, all you are is a dude that thinks he can rap. You know what I mean? You're not a rapper until someone fucks with you.
That's a great point, man. That's a great point. Yeah, I think in I think whether you're doing a podcast, whether you're a singer, a rapper, someone that needs an audience, right?
Yeah, the interaction legitimizes you. You feel me?
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
like people and see, and that's another thing too. I always touch on the same things. There's a lot of these rappers out here. I don't think they're very appreciative of what they got, man. You feel me? You hear stories of people being dicks and shit. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, look, check it out. I know we all have bad days and shit. You feel me?
Oh yeah.
We all have bad days. We all have days where we're not really feeling it. You feel me? But the
Absolutely.
thing is, you gotta remember though, like as an artist, like let's say I'm walking down the street and I'm having a fucked up day. You feel me? And someone walks up to me and they're like, yo, you're Pableze, right? I heard that mixtape, Reflection. That shit was dope. You know what I mean? Like, I might be having the most horrible day ever, but I signed up for the attention. So the only natural thing for me to do is to be like, oh, for real, thank you so much, no matter what kind of fucking day you're having. Because you
Yes.
know what? Without that person stopping you, you ain't shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
And so these rappers, they have all these people stopping them and fucking with them all day. I understand that maybe that's a little frustrating. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully I come across that problem one day. You feel me? Because it's like that's what you asked for.
True. Right.
You feel me?
Exactly.
Because before people were stopping you, you were begging people to stop. Just listen to my mixtape. Just listen. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And now
Yeah.
you got it. Now you're crying. Come on now, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point, man. Yeah, man. That's you know, right. No, what can I say about that, man? I know that's one one at one point you're like, damn, I want to, I want to make it. I want to make it. I want people to hear me. I want them to know who I am. And then you get to a
Yeah.
certain point, it's like, holy shit, now everybody knows who I am.
Yeah.
And
And it could get, I
there's
understand.
resentment.
It could get frustrating and shit, but you gotta always like, at least I would always try, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you,
Because
man.
it's what you prayed for. You feel me?
Right, right.
So
Exactly, bro. Exactly, man. Yeah, man. That's so I hear you, Pableze, man. It's you know, I think you got the right mindset, man. You're making moves. Your heart's in it. You're passionate about it. You're committed. All that good stuff, man. So I mean, we just talked about it, right? I mean, how big do you want to take this, man? I mean, what's your ultimate goal, bro? What's your
my goal is to take it as big as God will let me take it, my boy. You feel me? Like, but honestly, like if I'm not Little Wayne famous, like that's fine. You feel me? You know what I want? I want to be famous enough to where people know who I am. You feel me? People like, yeah, people fuck with me, they stop me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not millions, maybe make thousands off this shit just to be able to live comfortably, give my
make a living?
daughter and my, whatever kids what they need. You feel me? Give, help my mom. They put up with so much. You know what I'm saying? And help my people. You feel me? Like my homies. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like because the only people that matter in this shit is the people that were with you when you didn't have shit. You feel me? Because as soon as you start making it, everybody's gonna be your friend. You feel me? But your real friends are the motherfuckers that were there bumping your shit when nobody else even knew who you were.
Exactly.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Those are the ones you got to work hard for. You know what I'm saying? Because they
Yep.
believed in you when nobody else did. You know what I'm saying? And that's who I'm doing this shit for. I ain't doing it just for me. I'm doing it for Redlands. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody that I grew up with. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, like, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Just representing. You know.
Absolutely, no doubt about it, brother. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that, man. Let me ask you, man, if you could sit down with three mentors, right? Three people who influenced your life, whether they were your friend, whether they were a hip hop recording artist, whether it was your family member, alive, or maybe they passed on already. You know, who are three people, maybe, if you can narrow down to three people that you would love to sit down and have a break bread with, you know, pick their brain and have dinner with?
Fuck. That's a deep one. You feel me? Like, and also like, it's a lot of people. You feel me? I'm blessed to say like, it's weird because I get a lot of support, but at times it doesn't look like I do, and it's like it's difficult to explain. I'm gonna break it down why, but that's why I said like it's difficult to narrow down to three people,
It is.
but because I've had so many people behind me. But if you're asking me like who pushed me the most towards what the fuck I'm doing right now,
Influential people. Yeah, absolutely.
one of them, my boy Downer, like, you know what I'm saying? That fool, like, he always pushes me in the right direction. Like, he, that fool tells me when I'm fucking up, you know what I'm saying? And like, he always tells me like, or he always used to tell me, so you're just gonna waste your life away out here, you know what I mean? Like, that's what you're gonna do. That's your path. Good job. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? And I'd be like, no, I'm gonna do this rap shit. He'd be like, well, it don't seem like it. You know what I mean? And I like, he would just push me. He had funny ways of pushing me to like be like, go right there, I'm gonna do that shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And just uh and a lot of my homeboys just keep pushing me. Like, and it's and my mom, she, you know what I'm saying? My mom, I could tell sometimes it gets frustrating for her too, because it's like, you've been doing this shit for like ever, Pablo. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, but at the same time, she just lets me do my thing, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And it's like, and it's frustrating sometimes when I don't get the results that I want, because it's like, damn, I know people are waiting for me, you know what I mean?
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean?
Feel you. I feel you.
A lot of people, my girl, fucking who else? She's always been real supportive of what I'm doing, you feel me?
Mhm.
Um, fucking who else? Just my homies in general, my homies, my people in general, you feel me? I guess everybody has when you get like a bunch of people that believe in you that are super close to you, you start getting this feeling like you don't want to let them down. So
Yeah.
even like on your fucking worst day when you think everything is like falling apart, you know what I mean? Like like when you think everything is falling apart and you think, fuck this, man, I ain't doing this shit no more. You feel me? Like
yeah.
then you start thinking about everybody that is betting on you to fucking do the right thing. My other homie from the other neighborhood in my city, my homie Pelon, he's like my brother, you know what I mean? From Northside Redlands and shit, that fool, you know what I mean? His wife, everybody pushes me, you know what I mean? They all believe in me, you feel me? And so,
Uh,
and like I put it to you this way, I look at my people, whether we're blood related or not, because I don't have friends. I got family. You feel me?
yeah.
So I feel like fuck, like I gotta do this. I gotta do this because for them,
Right.
you feel me? They believe in me. And the worst thing for me is to let somebody that believes in you down. You know what
No
I'm
doubt.
saying?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, brother. No doubt about. Yeah, especially, you know, you put you put the pressure on yourself to succeed, right? Because like you said, you don't want to let them down, man. How about if you can name one or two rappers, you know, that were influences to you that you could sit down with, you know, who would those rappers be? Hip hop recording artists.
Man. That's a big list. But influence like in what way though?
Just to influenced you as a hip hop artist, someone that you wanted to be like, someone that motivated you, inspired you. You
I
know,
I just I can't really narrow it down to one,
yeah, it's hard, but I mean,
but
just pick one out of your
but
of the many in no particular order.
uh, like I said, like them like Frost and like fucking
Yeah. Yeah.
like Toker from the Brown side.
Oh, okay.
They were pioneers in this shit. Like you
Yeah.
feel me? Like if it wasn't for them, like there would be no Mexicans doing this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, they got fucked with by Ruthless. You feel me? Ruthless. You know what I'm saying?
Easy,
And
yeah.
that's like, if you know your hip hop history, like West Coast shit, Ruthless is like, well, that was before Death Row.
Yeah. Oh,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So
Easy, really, yeah.
yeah. So you know what I'm saying? Like they're the ones that when I was growing up, like I seen like, oh, and my homie little E too, that was from my neighborhood. Well, he was from my neighborhood. He's serving the Lord now, but you know, he was doing this thing, you know what I'm saying? Uh, and I believe that if he didn't go to jail, you know, because right now he's doing life, but
Mm.
I believe if he didn't go to jail, you know what I'm saying, he would be like he would be something by now. He used to do a lot of things with the Mr. Criminal and them. You feel me?
Okay.
So he fucked with like high power and all that. And to me, that
Mm.
was a big influence because he was from my neighborhood, like from my neighborhood, from my city. You know what I mean? I knew
Yeah.
who he was. That was a big influence. Actually, before he left to go to life, fucking we had spent. I remember he got out of jail, and I had did this one song a long time ago called "Roll Call," where it was like basically a roll call of everybody, like people from my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And I put them in there. Well, no, actually, I didn't. That was the whole thing. Like I didn't put them in there, not because I wanted to diss him in any kind of way or anything like that, but because the way I structured the song, he just didn't fit. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, and he had came home from upstate and he had heard that I was rapping. And so he told the homies, like, because the homies were telling him, like, you know who's rapping now, right? And he was like, who? And they're like, Pablo. And fucking, he was like, what the fuck? And that didn't put me on that song, this and that. And we were at my home and I at a homie's house. And I told him, like, hey dog, I heard that you're upset because I didn't put you on that song. Like, it ain't no like animosity or nothing. Like, I'm not trying to diss you or nothing. It's just you didn't fit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so we started talking and I said, you know what? I said, are you doing shows right now? He said, no, I was doing mad shows then. So I was like, all right, then let me help you out. You know what I'm saying? So I started hooking him up with like people to hook him up with shows. He started doing shows. And for like 2 weeks straight, we hung out. You know what I'm saying? We did a song, but it just didn't get promoted the right way. I gotta find the song, but there's a song with me and him. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm.
and we were working, and the whole 2 weeks he's just giving me game. Like he was telling me like don't get frustrated. And I said, what do you mean? He said, look at fool. I know you get frustrated because I used to get frustrated. He's like, tell me if this shit sounds familiar. He's like, all the homies are all over all these other motherfuckers' music. They bump the shit out of it, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They want to go to their shows. You tell homies to come to your shows. They hardly fucking show up. You know what I'm saying? They hardly bump your shit. You know what I'm saying? He's
Yeah.
like, don't get frustrated. So why? So because it never works out like that in your hometown, dog. He's like, especially, he's like, it does. He's like, but it doesn't. He's like, but remember, that shit is like a good thing at the same time because it keeps you grounded. You feel me? He's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
look at fool. He's
Yeah.
like, he's like, when I do shows out of state, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, there's bitches with little E t-shirts and fucking people going crazy. You know what I mean? And I'm in fucking Colorado. He's like, and I come to Redlands and I tell the homies, come to my show. He's like, and if I'm lucky, they'll roll with me. He's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like, and these are motherfuckers that you're like, but you're my brother. Like, how the fuck are you not? Like, he's like, but at the same time, it keeps you grounded. He's like, because to them, you're just Pablo, my boy.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Man. Wow. It's not that they don't care or not trying to support you.
Yeah, it's not. It's just you're a regular person.
They
And
know
so
you from,
that's why I get mad love, but at the same time, it's like sometimes it seems like I don't get love. Like I take polls on Instagram, like how many of you think I should do this? And strangers that I never met vote like a motherfucker. And I see 30, 40 of my friends that I know personally that I fuck with every day.
Don't vote or whatever.
Nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
But I see them when I see them and they're like, yeah, I seen you were doing this. And I'm like, how come you didn't fucking vote, fool? You know what I mean? And they're like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, but but at the like I said, it keeps you grounded. And I love my homies for that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. No, I get it, man. That's a good point. That's wisdom right there. That's wisdom, brother. Yeah, man. No, Pableze, man, you're an inspiration, brother, man, and I appreciate everything that you're doing, man. I'm gonna continue to follow you, man.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Did
man.
you get a chance to listen to the reflection, by the way? Like,
yeah, I did. Not all of it. I'm gonna listen to the rest of the songs. Yeah, man, that sounds good, brother. I love the first two songs I listened to, and I think the first one's Little Homie and Paper.
Oh yeah, Little Homie. Yeah,
man. And
if you got that, I mean, you see how it all went full circle, like, you know what I mean? Like if you listen to that song, like the way it starts, that song is about a youngster that grew up in the hood, like, and saw everything, and the 3 stages of when you're just a little kid and you're just barely soaking everything up. Then when you're a teen and you're out there wilding the fuck out, doing, you know what I mean, your crazy things and the way you think and the way you reflect on it when you get older. And then at the very end, there's another little kid that's looking at him the same way that he was looking at fools when he was little. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, that's what I try to do with that song. You know what I'm saying? Like, try to show like the cycle. That's how it happens. You know what I mean?
Cycle. Yeah, man. No doubt, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna peep that and really tune in and focus in, because I had my kids and I was trying to listen but what I did, I enjoyed those 2 songs, but yeah, man, you're doing it, brother, man. And like I said, keep pushing, bro. I support you any way I can.
Thank you.
Absolutely, bro, man. Before we wrap things up, man, where can the good people follow you? Where can they find your music? Your social media and all that good stuff.
You could follow me at Pableze Music on Instagram. That's where I do most of my music thing at. You feel me? Because I feel that Instagram is such a better. It's the best site to do, like, to be a music artist on, because the stories let people see like little bits of your day.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's just super cool for artists. So you can follow me on Instagram at Pableze Music. That's Pableze Music. You know what I'm saying? You could get the mixtape, The Reflection, at Pableze at Bandcamp. You know what I mean?
Oh, Bandcamp, okay.
The Bandcamp. Yeah, and pretty much that's it. I'm gonna bring up my I'm gonna start working on my YouTube channel again, but I'm gonna, because it's spelled differently. My YouTube channel is spelled differently than my Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah, the Instagram is spelled Pableze.
Oh, okay.
And the YouTube is spelled Pablize. That was before I changed kind of a little bit of the spelling. You feel me? Yeah, just because it fit better, but yeah, and you could go on my YouTube and you could watch these things called Pableze Stories. I got 2 of them. I'm gonna do some more, where it's basically they follow me around, whatever I'm doing at the time. You know what I'm saying? There's an episode of me in the studio, and there's an episode of me doing this movie called Who Killed Juanito. I had a small part in this movie, Who Killed Juanito, with OG Pachuco and his brother. And they're they have this movie company called Really G's Films. Really G's Films, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I had a small part in that. Let's see. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. That's my social media right there, you know. So make sure you guys follow the Instagram. Hit me up.
Absolutely. Heck, there it is, man. There it is. Pableze, ladies and gentlemen, go check him out. Go cop that EP mixtape. It's called Reflection. Go check it out on YouTube and
Yeah. Also, before we go,
go ahead.
I want to give a shout out to a couple of the young MCs in my city. You feel me? My boy Raw, the Savage. You feel me? I'm trying. He's one of the ones I'm trying to get focused on his shit. That fool, he needs to work on his shit. You know what I'm saying? Raw, when you hear this, start working for you need to get on your shit. You feel me? And the other one from my city, Money Miggs. He's with the Peso Takers. You feel me?
Okay.
There's some young cats. They're pretty tight. They just had a performance. I want to say Sunday in Orange County and shit. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you guys check them out. Money Miggs and the Peso Takers on Instagram. Peso Takers. You feel me, with the Z. But yeah, thank you guys. You know what I'm saying? For all the love, and thank you for letting me come on here. Make sure you guys give me a follow on social media. I really appreciate that.
Absolutely, bro. Yeah, shout out to those guys, man. And thank you. I appreciate you coming on, Pableze, man. And like I said, man, I wish you all the best, all the success, man. Let's stay connected. Let's keep supporting. And it's all love, man. It's all love from here on out, brother. So
thank you, bro. Yeah. If you got anything going on, you know what I'm saying, that you think I might be interested in, or you hear about anything, shoot it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shoot it. I'm always down.
Yeah, man. And let me know when you perform live next, man. I'd love to come out to one of your shows. And
hell yeah. I think it's gonna be a little bit, but I think you could expect some more music before then. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Definitely, I'm gonna knock out some more music, and then I'm gonna try to get visuals for whatever I got. You know what I'm saying? Like some music videos. But yeah, we'll be working. So make sure you guys check me out.
There it is, man. There it is. Pableze, ladies and gentlemen, go check him out. Go give him a follow. Go keep that EP, his music on Bandcamp, on YouTube. It's all good, man. He's doing things. He's making it happen. He's passionate, and he's all about, reaching his goals and making them come true. And it's all about the community. He's a man of the people. So there you have it, man. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, wherever you're tuning in from, whether you're on Social Nostra, IG, TV, Roku, YouTube, whatever. All the audio platforms. Always a pleasure having you here. For Pableze, ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Double A. We'll see you guys next week on another episode of the Profile Pod. And always remember to take it easy. Thanks again, brother.
Yeah, thank you. All right.